Greetings to you today and welcome to our daily Devo for this Saturday, the 19th of October. Today, our devotion comes from the 34th Psalm, verses 4 to 5 and then 7 and 9. Psalm 34, verses 4, 5, 7, and 9. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant, and their faces shall never be ashamed. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. Oh, fear the Lord, you his saints, for those who fear him have no lack. Richard Wurmbrand was imprisoned with a young priest. One day, a prison officer asked the priest if he still believed in God. The priest was quiet for a few minutes, and then his face began to shine. The officers were awestruck by his response. "Mr. Lieutenant, when I became a priest, I knew that thousands of priests during church history had given their life for Christ. In becoming a priest, I knew what I was doing. And every time I entered the altar vested in those beautiful priestly robes, I promised God, I now serve you in these golden vestments. But when I wear the uniform of a prisoner, I will also serve you and love you." That is challenging, is it not? That is challenging. I could equate it again with Peter and Saul, or Peter and at this age, the brain loses half of its thoughts, I guess. In prison for preaching the gospel, for sharing the gospel. They'd been beaten, they were in stocks, and there they sat in all of that pain and discomfort, singing praises to the Lord. And in the process, being a witness. And that is certainly what this priest was to this prison officer who came in, probably wanting to hear an answer that would say the priest had lost his faith. But instead, the priest gave him a statement that said not only was his faith strong from the beginning, it's even stronger now, it sounds like, doesn't it? And that is because he trusts the Lord. Because he knew up front, he had counted the cost going in. And the fact that he was being persecuted, not really a surprise. And it really, in the day and age in which we live, where we find many people hating the church, hating people who claim to be Christians. Some are truly Christians and some are not. Of course, that's the Lord's decision to make. We shouldn't be surprised that we're hated because Jesus told us that would happen. Don't be surprised if there's persecution. They persecuted me first, he said. Don't be surprised if they hate you. They hated me first. It goes with the deal. To identify with Christ openly and righteously will get family members, longtime friends, co-workers, people you had once been in connection with in a good way, will not like the new you. And so just recognize that as you walk with the Lord, as you enter into that relationship. Your life now is being lived to please him and not to please anybody else. Will we be slandered? Maybe. Will we be walked away from? That's a real possibility. But along the way, we will find that we have fellowship with others. And we can walk in the light as he is in the light. as John says in 1 John, and have a fellowship together. And that's the beauty of being a believer, to have fellowship with other believers and to share the faith and the joy and to be able to compare notes on how we've seen the Lord work in our lives, the testimony of us being found. And that was basically what this priest gave to this prison officer, a testimony. I knew going in, sir, what this could mean. I knew it had happened to so many others who died for the faith. And I recognize that that may happen to me. No, I still love him. He's still my Heavenly Father. He's still my good God. Blessings to you today. Have this same mindset that this young priest demonstrated as well. Blessings to you today.